Hi beautiful guys and gals, Taylor here. Welcome back to my channel. Tonight we are gonna continue the series Reading Time with Taylor, and we're going to read some more of the Pokémon Deluxe Handbook. And tonight we are going to read the Pokemon that begin with the letter S. I already scanned on ahead, and the letter S has a lot of Pokemon, so this is going to be a long section. So kick back, relax, and listen to the Pokemon I read to you. Let's begin. Sableye, the darkness Pokemon. Sableye lives deep in a cave where it uses its sharp claws to dig up rocks for food. Minerals from these rocks that become part of its gemstone eyes and crystals on its body. And Sableye surprisingly got a Mega Evolution. Here is Mega Sableye. The only big downside in Mega Sableye is a huge drop in speed. So think carefully before Mega evolving your Sableye. Just a fair warning. Anyway, Salamence, the dragon Pokemon. When it evolves, Salamence finally grows the wings it's always dreamed of. It trails fire across the sky in a soaring celebration. And Salamence got a Mega Evolution too. Check it out, it looks badass. Samurott, the formidable Pokemon. And the final evolved form of Oshawott. From the armor on its front legs, Samurott can draw its sword like scimitars in a heartbeat. Its glare can make everyone behave. That's intimidating. Sandile, the desert croc Pokemon. Sandile travels just below the surface of the desert sand, with only its nose and eyes sticking out. The warmth of the sand keeps it from getting too cold. Nice. Sandshrew, the mouse Pokemon. When Sandshrew rolls up into a ball, its tough hide helps keep it safe. It lives in the desert and sleeps in a burrow under the sand. Sandslash, the mouse Pokemon, and the evolved form of Sandshrew. Sections of hardened hide form the spikes that cover Sandslash's body. The spikes protect it in battle and can also be used as a weapon. Sawk, the karate Pokemon. Sawk go deep into the mountains to train their fighting skills relentlessly. If they are disturbed during this training, they become very angry. Well, I would imagine. Sawsbuck, the season Pokemon, and the evolved form of Deerling. As the seasons change, their horns display different kinds of plant growth. Because of their seasonal migration, some people regard Sawsbuck's appearance as a sign of spring. Here are its different forms. Here's Sawsbuck's spring form. Here's its summer form. Here's its fall form. And here's its winter form. Its winter form is actually one of my favorites. Scatterbug, the Scatterdust Pokemon. When threatened, Scatterbug protects itself with a cloud of black powder that can paralyze its attacker. This powder also serves as protection from the elements. Sceptile, the forest Pokemon, and the evolved form of Grovyle. Razor-edged leaves and nutritious seeds sprout from Sceptile's back. It wields the leaves in battle and cares for trees by planting its seeds nearby to enrich the soil. Hold on, I want to see something real quick. Okay. Scyther, the mantis Pokemon. With its impressive speed and razor-sharp scythes, Scyther is a formidable opponent. It can slash through a log with one blow. Nice. Scizor, the pincer Pokemon, and the evolved form of Scyther. Scizor's exoskeleton is as hard as steel, easily shrugging off most ordinary attacks. Hold on. Excuse me. It controls its internal temperature by flapping its wings. Had to burp, sorry. And Scizor got a Mega Evolution too. Oh man, its pincers kind of look like saw blades. Scolipede, the Megapede Pokemon. The claws near Scolipede's head can be used to grab, immobilize, and poison its opponent. Scolipede moves quickly when chasing down enemies. Dang. Scraggy, the shedding Pokemon. Scraggy can pull its loose rubbery skin up around its neck to protect itself from attacks. With its tough skull, it delivers headbutts without warning. Scrafty, the hoodlum Pokemon, and the evolved form of Scraggy. A group of Scrafty is led by the one with the biggest crest. Their powerful kicks can shatter concrete. Seadra, the dragon Pokemon, and the evolved form of Horsey. When Seadra spins around in the water, it can cause a whirlpool with enough force to capsize a small boat. It sleeps among coral branches. Sea King, a goldfish Pokemon, and the evolved form of Goldeen. Male Sea King become brilliantly colored during the autumn when they perform their courtship dance. The pair take turns keeping watch over their nests. Celio, the ball roll Pokemon. Celio learns about new things by exploring them with its nose, examining the fragrance and texture. It particularly enjoys spinning round objects on its nose. Aww. I do like Celio, but I didn't like it enough for it to make my top list, if you guys remember that episode. Anyway. Seedot, the acorn Pokemon. Because Seedot hangs from branches by the top of its head, it looks just like an acorn when it isn't moving. For a glossy finish, it drinks plenty of water and polishes itself with leaves. Cool. Seal, the sea lion Pokemon. In frozen seas, Seal swims under the ice in search for food. It uses the point of its head to break through the ice to come up for air. Oh, look at that cutie. Seismitoad, the vibration Pokemon, and the evolved form of Palpitoad. When Seismitoad vibrates the bumps on its hands, its punches get a serious power boost. Enough to pulverize a boulder with a single hit. Dang. Sentret, the scout Pokemon. Sentret always sleep in groups of 2 or more, so one of them can keep watch and alert its friends if danger threatens. When alone, they're too nervous to sleep. Serperior, the regal Pokemon. A single glare from Serperior could stop most opponents in their tracks. The energy it absorbs from the sun gets a boost inside its body. Now, I owned a Serperior in one of my white games, and let me tell you, it can kick ass if you train it the right way. Servine, the grass snake Pokemon. Dirt on its leaves blocks its photosynthesis, so Servine's fussy about staying clean. It confronts enemies with quick movements before it strikes with its whip-like vines. Serviper, the fang snake Pokemon. The sharp blade on Serviper's tail also gives off a powerful poison. These Pokemon constantly feud with Zangoose. Sawaddle, the sewing Pokemon. Sawaddle makes its clothes by sewing leaves together with the sticky thread it produces from its mouth. Fashion designers often use it as a mascot. I can see why. Sharpedo, the brutal Pokemon, and the evolved form of Carvanha. Though Sharpedo isn't great at swimming long distances, it can shoot forward at 75 miles per hour by propelling seawater through its body. If a tooth falls out, it grows back immediately. Another one of my favorite Pokemon, but not favorite enough to go on my top list. Shaman, the gratitude Pokemon. Landform, a mythical Pokemon. When the Gray City of Flower blooms, Shaman gains the power of flight. Wherever it goes, it clears the air of toxins and brings feelings of gratitude. Maybe that's why it's called the gratitude Pokemon. Now, Shaman comes in 2 forms. This is its land form. Shaman, Sky form, the gratitude Pokemon. Shaman has the power to clean the environment in this form too. Once it has transformed, Shaman's Sky form flies off to find a new home. I love Shaman's Sky form. I used to have a drawing book where you could draw Shaman Skyform, but it was too difficult for me. Shedinja, the Shed Pokemon. Shedinja is a strange Pokemon. It doesn't move, it doesn't breathe, and no one really knows where it came from. Its body seems to be nothing more than a hollow shell. Shedinja can be one very annoying Pokemon. It can only be knocked out by a super effective move. Anyway, Shelgon, the Endurance Pokemon, and the evolved form of Bagon. A shell of thick armor protects Shelgon while it prepares to evolve. It's hard enough to repel enemy attacks, and so heavy that it makes the Pokemon move slowly. Shelder, the Bivalve Pokemon. When Shelder's shell is closed, its large tongue tends to hang out. It uses its tongue as a shovel to dig a nest in the sand. But wouldn't that gross it out? Never mind. Just like Gastrodon, Shellos has two different forms. Shellos, East Sea, the Sea Slug Pokemon. Shellos come in different colors and shapes depending on where they live. Their squishy bodies give off a strange purple fluid when pressure is applied. Ugh, sounds gross. Shellos, the Sea Slug Pokemon, West Sea. Like Gastrodon, Shellos will look quite different depending on where it lives. I literally said that just a few seconds ago. Anyway, Shelmet, the Snail Pokemon. Shelmet evolves when exposed to electricity, but only if Carablast is nearby. It's unclear why this is the case. Yeah, we never got the true answer to that, did we? Anyway, Shieldon, the Shield Pokemon. Though Shieldon's face is well protected by its polished armor, it's vulnerable if a foe strikes from behind. It was restored from a fossil. Cute little thing, don't you think? Anyway, Shiftry, the Wicked Pokemon, and the final evolved form of Seedot. Shiftry makes its home in the tops of ancient trees. Its leafy fans can stir up powerful gusts of wind. Shinx, the Flash Pokemon. When Shinx senses danger, its fur gives off a bright flash. This brilliant light blinds its attacker so Shinx can make a hasty escape. Cute little thing. Shroomish, the Mushroom Pokemon. Shroomish live deep in the forest and make their home in moist soil, using rotted plant material as food. The spores it shakes from its cap are poisonous. Shuckle, the Mole Pokemon. Shuckle stores berries in its shell, so it always has a food supply. This comes in handy when it hides away under the rocks. Shuppet, the Puppet Pokemon. If someone is consumed by thoughts of revenge, it is likely a Shuppet is lurking nearby, drawing energy from those dark feelings. Better watch yourself then. Anyway. Come on, focus. There we go. Sigilyph, the Avanoid Pokemon. I hope I said that right. Sigilyph were appointed to keep watch over an ancient city. Their patrol route never varies. Interesting. Silcoon, the Cocoon Pokemon, and an evolved form of Wurmple. While waiting to evolve, Silcoon wraps its body in silk and attaches itself to a branch. It leaves a tiny hole so it can see. The cocoon protects the Pokemon and collects rainwater so it can drink. Semipour, the Geyser Pokemon, and the evolved form of Panpour. Semipour can shoot water out of its tail with such force that it can punch right through a concrete wall. When its stores run low, it dips its tail into clean water to suck up a refill. Semisage, the Thorn Monkey Pokemon, and the evolved form of Pansage. Semisage's tail is covered in thorns and uses the tail like a whip to lash out at opponents. It always seems to be in a bad mood. Totally unlike Pansage. Semisear, the Ember Pokemon, and the evolved form of Pansear. Semisear's head and tail give off embers in the heat of battle, or anytime it's excited. It has quite a sweet tooth. Sure does. Skarmory, the Armor Bird Pokemon. The steel that makes up Skarmory's wings get dinged up and dented during battles. Every year, the sharp edges renew themselves. Skarmory is a pain in the butt to catch in any game, as any player would know. Skidoo, the Mao Pokemon. Calm and gentle, Skidoo have been living side by side with people for many generations. They can create energy via photosynthesis. Skiploom, the cottonweed Pokemon, and the evolved form of Hoppip. In mild temperatures, the flower on Skiploom's head begins to bloom. The petals start to open at just above 64 degrees Fahrenheit, and warmer temperatures coax them into full blossom. Skitty, the kitten Pokemon. Anything that moves, including its own tail, draws the Skitty's attention and starts a playful game of chase. Wild Skitty live in trees. Interesting, I never knew that. Skorupi, the scorpion Pokemon. After burying itself in the sand, Skorupi lurks in hiding. If an intruder gets too close, it latches on with its poisonous claws on its tail. Skrelp, the mock kelp Pokemon. Skrelp disguises itself as rotten kelp to hide from enemies. It defends itself by spraying a poisonous liquid. Yeah, I can see it doing that. Anyway. Skuntank, the skunk Pokemon. From the end of its tail, Skuntank can shoot a noxious fluid more than 160 feet. This fluid smells awful, and the stench only gets worse if it's not cleaned up immediately. Oh dear, that's not good. Slackoth, the slacker Pokemon. It's rare to see a Slackoth move. It's awake for only a few hours per day. Its heart beats extremely slowly and doesn't require much food. Wow, were all the moves self-taught? Anyway, I'm talking about when Ash battled the Norman, the Petalburg gym leader. His Slackoth knew Hidden Power, Shadow Ball, and Blizzard. So, jeez. Anyway, Slacking, the lazy Pokemon. Slacking lies in one place and pulls up grass to eat. Circular bare spots in a meadow might be a sign that a Slacking lives nearby. After eating everything within reach, it moves to another spot, but it's not happy about that. Sliggoo, the soft tissue Pokemon, and the evolved form of Gumi. The four horns on Sliggoo's head are sense organs that allow the Pokemon to find its way by sound and smell. Slowpoke, the dopey Pokemon. Slowpoke spends much of its time along the riverbank, where it uses its tail for fishing. Often it minds wanders, and it spends the whole day lazing about. Slowbro, the hermit crab Pokemon, and an evolved form of Slowpoke. Because of the shelter chomping on its tail, Slowbro can no longer spend its days fishing. It can swim to catch food, but it's not happy about that. And, of course, if Slowbro wasn't bad enough, it got a Mega Evolution, where the shelter completely surrounds Slowbro. I thought it was nuts. Anyway, Slowking, the royal Pokemon, and an evolved form of Slowpoke. If the shelter on its head were to let go, Slowking would forget all its knowledge. It spends time in research every day, trying to solve the world's greatest mysteries. Dang. Alright. Slugma, the lava Pokemon. The magma that circulates within Slugma's body serves as its blood, supplying its organs with oxygen and nutrients. It has to stay warm or the magma will harden. Yikes. Slurpuff, the meringue Pokemon. Pastry chefs love having a Slurpuff in the kitchen. With its incredibly sensitive nose, it can tell exactly when a dessert is baked to perfection. Smeargle, the painter Pokemon. Smeargle's tail tip produces a fluid that it uses like paint to draw thousands of different tutorial markings. So, I actually figured out how Smeargle is able to learn any move, because it has the move Sketch. Now, I always thought that... I need to lay back for a second because my leg is cramping up. I always thought that you could teach Smeargle like HM or TM moves, but no, it's from Sketch. Can you believe that? Okay, cramp's gone. Alright. Smoochum, the Kiss Pokemon. Very active, but a little clumsy, Smoochum falls down a lot when it runs. After falling, it seeks out a reflective surface so it can make sure its face isn't smudged. Sneasel, the Sharp Claw Pokemon. When Sneasel climbs trees, its hook-like claws sink into the bark to give it a good grip. It sometimes raids unprotected nests for food. I know it's hunting for food, but that's just wrong. Anyway, Snivy, the Grass Snake Pokemon. Soaking up sunlight with its tail increases Snivy's speed. Though it has hands, it generally uses the vines that extend from its neck instead. Like I said, I loved Snivy. I loved raising Snivy because it was such a great Pokemon to have. Anyway, Snorlax, the sleepy Pokemon, and the evolved form of Munchlax. Snorlax spends most of its time eating and sleeping. Small children sometimes play by bouncing on this gentle Pokemon's vast belly. Snorunt, the Snow Hat Pokemon. They say when a Snorunt visits your home, it brings good fortune that will last. It eats snow and spends the warmer seasons hidden in deep caves. Hold on. Excuse me. Snover, the Frost Tree Pokemon. Focus. Snover live high in the mountains most of the year, but in winter they migrate to lower elevations. Snubble, the Fairy Pokemon. Snubble can drive off smaller Pokemon by making scary faces at them. After they run away, it seems to regret its behavior. Aww. Solosis, the Cell Pokemon. The special liquid that surrounds Solosis protects it from any harsh conditions. They communicate with telepathy. Solrock, the Meteorite Pokemon. When Solrock spins, it gives off heat and light. It uses sunlight for energy and can apparently pick up on others' emotions. Ugh. Sorry, I got a little bit of a sniff going on. Runny nose. Spearow, the tiny bird Pokemon. When many Spearows sound their loud, high-pitched cry all at once, it usually means danger is nearby. Man, I'm really flying through these. Spupa, the Scatterdust Pokemon, and the evolved form of Scatterbug. Like Scatterbug, Spupa releases a protective cloud of powder when attacked. It can also bristle up its thick fur and attempt to scare off any aggressors. Nice. Spheal, the Clap Pokemon. Spheal can roll across the ice faster than it can walk. When it's happy, it bursts into applause by clapping its fins together, so a group of joyful Spheal is rather noisy. Spheal, really? Spinarak, the String Spit Pokemon. Spinarak uses its web like another sensory organ. It can read the vibration of the strands to tell what's happening nearby. Spinda, the Spot Panda Pokemon. Come on, focus. Jeez. It's said that no two Spinda have the same pattern of spots. They stumble and totter when they walk, making their opponents dizzy. Spiritomb, the Forbidden Pokemon. Long ago, Spiritomb was bound to an odd keystone as punishment for bad behavior. Its body is formed of more than 100 spirits. Dang. Spoink, the Bounce Pokemon. The constant bouncing motion of Spoink's springy tail regulates its heartbeat. It's always looking for a bigger pearl for its head because the jewel focuses its psychic powers. Spritzy, the Perfume Pokemon. Long ago, this Pokemon was popular among the nobility for its lovely scent. Instead of spraying perfume, ladies would keep a Spritzy close at hand. Cool. Squirtle, the Tiny Turtle Pokemon. Gosh, what is up with my camera? Focus, come on. With its aerodynamic shape and grooved surface, Squirtle's shell helps it cut through water very quickly. It also offers protection in battle. Stantler, the big horn Pokemon. Oh boy. The intricately curved antlers that grow from Stantler's head have been regarded as priceless works of art by collectors. Starly, the starling Pokemon. Huge flocks of starly gather in fields and mountains in such large numbers. Their wings flap with impressive power, and their noisy singing is quite a nuisance, I bet. Staravia, the starling Pokemon, and the evolved form of Starly. Staravia travel in large flocks that can be very territorial. Battles sometimes break out between two competing flocks. Staraptor, the predator Pokemon, and the final evolved form of Starly. After evolving, Staraptor go off on their own, leaving their flocks behind. With their strong wings, they can fly with ease even when carrying a burden. Staryu, the star-shaped Pokemon. Staryu's red core glows brightly in the dark. When it flashes this light, it's said to be communing with the stars. Starmie, the mysterious Pokemon, and the evolved form of Staryu. Because of the glowing rainbow of colors produced by Starmie's core, this Pokemon is known as the Gem of the Sea. It spins its body like a propeller to swim. Steelix, the Iron Snake Pokemon, and the evolved form of Onix. Steelix lives deep underground and can tunnel straight down more than half a mile below the surface. Stoutland, the big-hearted Pokemon, and the final evolved form of Lillipup. Stoutland excels at cold weather rescues. Wrapped in its warm, shaggy fur, someone could even spend the night on a snowy mountain and be okay. Stunfisk, the trap Pokemon. Stunfisk buries its flat body in mud, so it's hard to see and often gets stepped on. When that happens, its thick skin keeps it from being hurt, and Stunfisk zaps the offender with a cheery smile. Oh, that's Stunfisk. Stunky, the skunk Pokemon. The terrible smelling fluid that Stunky sprays from its rear could keep others away from it for a whole day. Sudowoodo, the imitation Pokemon, and the evolved form of Bonsly. For most of the year, Sudowoodo can easily disguise itself as a tree for protection. However, in the winter, its green hands give it away. Suicune, the Aurora Pokemon, a legendary. Suicune can clear pollution from lakes and rivers. This legendary Pokemon's heart is as pure as clear water. Ooh. Don't see that happening too often. Sunkern, the seed Pokemon. Sunkern doesn't consume food, but lives entirely on dewdrops. It avoids movement as much as possible so it doesn't use up its stored energy. Considered one of the weakest Pokemon besides Magikarp. Sunflora, the sun Pokemon, and the evolved form of Sunkern. Sunflora soaks up the sun's rays and transforms that energy into nutrients. It's very active during the warmth of the day, but when sunset arrives, it stops moving. Surskit, the pond skater Pokemon. The point on Surskit's head produces a sweet syrup that attracts some Pokemon. The points on its feet give off an oil that lets it skate across the surface of water. Swablu, the cotton bird Pokemon. Swablu uses its cottony wings to polish everything around it. It also likes to land on people's heads. So a woman walking down on the sidewalk could suddenly discover that she's wearing a fluffy Swablu hat. Excuse me. Now I've got hiccups. Yeesh. Swadloon, the leaf rat Pokemon, and the evolved form of Swaddle. When many Swadloon live in a forest, the plants grow strong and healthy. These Pokemon eat fallen leaves and give off nutrients that enrich the soil. Swalot, the poison bag Pokemon, and the evolved form of Gulpin. Swalot's mouth can open wide enough to swallow a car tire easily. It defends itself by secreting a poisonous fluid. Swampert, the mudfish Pokemon, and the final evolved form of Mudkip. Swampert can tell when a storm is coming by shifts in the wind and waves. It's strong enough to drag and lift heavy boulders, so it builds a fort to take shelter. And here is Mega Swampert. I've used Mega Swampert in my Pokemon Alpha Sapphire game, and it was pretty tough. Swanna, the white bird Pokemon, and the evolved form of Ducklet. In the evening, a flock of Swanna performs an elegant dance around its leader. Their exceptional stamina and wing strength allow them to fly thousands of miles at a time. Swellow, the swallow Pokemon. Soaring gracefully through the sky, Swellow will go into a steep dive if it spots food on the ground. It's very vain about keeping its wings properly groomed. Swinub, the pig Pokemon. Swinub keeps its nose to the ground in search of food. Its favorite thing to eat is a certain kind of mushroom found under dead grass. Sometimes it finds a hot spring while sniffing about. That's no small feat. Swirlix, the cotton candy Pokemon. Swirlix loves to snack on sweets. Its sugary eating habits have made its white fur sweet and sticky, just like cotton candy. Nice. Swoobat, the courting Pokemon. When a male Swoobat is trying to impress a female, it gives off an ultrasonic waves that put everyone in a good mood. Under other circumstances, Swoobat's waves could pulverize concrete. Sylveon, the intertwining Pokemon, and an evolved form of Eevee. To keep others from fighting, Sylveon projects a calming aura from its feelers, which look like flowing ribbons. It wraps those ribbons around its trainer's arm when they walk together. Whew! Alright, that is the end of the Pokemon that begin with the letter S. I told you it was going to be a long section. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!